It's the time of year to give thanks for the return of an exciting winter sports season. Welcome to another edition of Naperville Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Kim Pierce. Naperville Central girls basketball is certainly thankful to see Trinity Jones back on the court this fall, healthy and ready to tip off her senior season. Let's check in on her record-breaking performance as the Redhawks welcome Kenwood for the home opener.
We are at Naperville Central for the girls basketball home opener against Kenwood Academy. The Redhawks were on the road for their first game where they easily defeated Hinsdale Central. Last year, Kenwood scored a landslide victory against Central, so the Redhawks have the opportunity to flip the script on the Broncos with a win on their home court tonight. The Redhawk trifecta of Colette McInerney, Erin Hackett, and Annabelle Kritzer get things started as Kritzer fights through traffic and sinks it off the glass for the deuce, getting Central on the board for their first bucket. Central offense loses the handle on it, and Kenwood superstar Danielle Brooks gets the steal from the Redhawks. Brooks lays it in with the right-handed scoop for 2 tallies. In a nearly identical play and in back-to-back possessions, Brooks gets the steal again, and this time shows off her mid-range jumping skills. The Broncos lead by 4. Clemson recruit Trinity Jones is on the offensive run. Jones whips it cross-court to senior teammate Hackett, who finishes it with a nice bucket. Hackett's 2 points tie it up 12-12. Off the inbound pass from McInerney, Hackett steps right up and sinks the 3. Redhawks are up 17-14 at the end of the first quarter. Now in the second, Redhawks go around the horn with Hackett finding McInerney, who sails it to Jones. Jones catches and shoots for a successful 3-pointer. The Redhawks' string of offensive success continues. Off the inbound, McInerney nicely assists Jones' second 3-pointer of the quarter. It's Brooks attempting the 3 for the Broncos. It's slightly off target and teammate Janiah Daniels snatches the offensive rebound and gets the putback. After a back and forth, the Broncos are down by 2 points. McInerney fights for the ball and continues to rack up the assists as Jones flies in for the layup bucket. Naperville Central leads by 1 at the break, 42-41. The Kenwood offense of Amelia Heinigen, Zare Lester, and Kendall Burgess start off strong in the third quarter, and Burgess's 3 from downtown is nothing but net. Later in the third, Central's Jaliyah Brown is tripped up but successfully finds Trinity Jones, who lays it in as a foul is called, and it's 1 point. With that, it is now tied up at 50. After back-to-back baskets from Redhawk senior Trinity Jones, she goes the distance once again. Off a nice rebound pass from Kritzer, Jones gets the layup off the glass for the deuce. Q3 ends with the Redhawks up by 7. Time winds down in the fourth quarter. Heinigen passes to Darielle Smith, who just misses the mark. Lester plucks the rebound and finds Brooks, who sets up Smith for the second chance and lands the mid-range jumper. With the clock running out and a nail-biter of a fourth quarter, the Redhawks are down by 1. Erin Hackett sails it to Jones as she battles through multiple Kenwood defenders and sinks the layup, giving the Redhawks a 1-point lead. Heinigen plucks the rebound for the Broncos, passes to Brooks, who sends it back, and then to Janiah Daniel. Daniel finds Smith just outside the paint, who swishes it. With 25 seconds remaining, the Broncos now lead by 1. 8 seconds of game time remain. Redhawk Trinity Jones is fouled. Afterward, Trinity Jones steps right up and easily makes both game-winning free throws. With that, the Redhawks win their home opener, defeating Kenwood with a final score of 72-71.
The opening week of girls basketball continues as we have a showdown between 2 teams that won a combined 60-6 a season ago. Bennett Academy begins its campaign eager to build on its sectional final appearance last season, while Lyons Township looks to start the season with the win over Bennett for a second straight year. Bridget Reifenberg is back for her senior season and is back to scoring, getting the bucket plus the foul. It's 10-all, but not for long because the Lions get a turnover on defense with Emma O'Brien. Evie Reipel throws to O'Brien, and she drops in the deuce to give LT the lead. Back to O'Brien, who walks over the Bennett defense and goes off the glass and in with a friendly bounce. In the second quarter, Ava Mersinger displays the no-look pass to Reifenberg and hits the trifecta to put Bennett back in front at 20-18. Macy Menendez follows that up by taking a three on the wing, and it's good. Red Wings open the second on a 13-3 run to lead 28-21. However, the Lions cut into it as Gwen Smith gets the bounce pass and kisses the glass for the basket. With halftime on the rise, Emma Briggs looks for some insurance but misses, though Reifenberg is there for the rebound and locks in the jump shot. It's a 30-27 halftime lead for the Red Wings. In the second half, the Red Wings find ways to score, so Mersinger saves it and Reifenberg scores it. That's one way to draw it up. Emma Briggs, come on down. She gets the ball from Ava Thomas and attacks the basket and lays it in with the defender in her face. Briggs one-ups her game on defense as she chases and rejects Kennedy Moore with the block. 41-37 Bennett in the fourth quarter, but the Lions cut that in half with O'Brien getting a much-needed bucket. Under 2 minutes to go in the game, the Red Wings are milking the clock until a wide-open Menendez shoots for three and kaboom! It's a 50-43 lead for Bennett. Then the Lions score 5 straight to trail by 2, and then Moore gets the heads-up rebound and drops it in to tie the game at 50. LT with the ball down 51-50, and coming to the rescue is Anna Biggenwald with the lay-in for the lead. It's Bennett's turn to respond with Mersinger finding an open Menendez below the rim, and she scores to put the Wings back in front with 8 seconds left. Plenty of time for the Lions, so they roll with O'Brien, who fights the contact and gets fouled. She lines up at the charity stripe. It's both freebies, and the Lions retake the lead with 4 seconds left. Bennett with one final shot, but time runs out, and that's it. Lions Township ends the game with an 11-3 run to win 54-53 to start the girls' basketball season.
Welcome back to the girls' basketball season, where the Plainfield East Bengals host the Naperville North Huskies in the season opener. The Huskies enter the matchup looking to build on a 17-15 record a season ago, where they fell to Bennett Academy in the regional round. The Bengals finished last season with a 5-26 record and hope to turn their fortunes around this winter. The Naperville North defense starts on fire as they force a Bengal turnover. Ava Podkasik locates her sister Mia Podkasik for the opening points of the season. The North defense continues to swarm as the Huskies force another turnover. This time it's Ava Podkasik for the score. North works the offense efficiently as Ava locates Sydney Smith, going backdoor for the finish. Smith goes on to finish the night with 13 points. North continues to dominate on the defensive side of the floor, forcing another Bengal turnover. Zoe Bishop connects with Mia Podkasik with the assist as the Huskies hold a commanding 14-3 lead at the end of the opening quarter. The Huskies look to keep the offense flowing, but end up committing a turnover to Plainfield. Chloe Oglesby is there for the fast break points, looking for a surge in the Bengal offense. North looks for a quick response on offense as Smith locates Ava Podkasik for the three-pointer, but it's off the mark. A second chance for Ava, and she puts it in as the Huskies hold a commanding 19-5 lead early in the second. Off the inbound, the Bengals look to put some more points on the board to cut into the lead. Madison Delahanty locates Oglesby in the paint for the easy 2 points, but the Bengals trail the Huskies 43-10 at the break. Freshman Savannah Schufelt impresses in her first high school action, scoring 12 points off the bench to help Naperville North maintain its big lead as she gets the rebound and puts in the bucket while drawing the foul. This one is all Huskies as Ava Podkasik locates Smith for the dagger three-pointer early in the third quarter. Naperville North cruises by Plainfield East, taking the victory 65-23. Naperville North starts the year 1-0 and will host Yorkville on Thursday for its first home matchup of the season.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with:
Overdraft charges? Like garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like. A lot.
Two dealerships, side by side, identical in every way. What makes the difference? The experience. That's why more people choose Fair Oaks Lincoln. Incredible selection, knowledgeable salespeople, and a world-class experience you can't find anywhere else. Right now, get 0% APR, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on our most popular models at Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville.
The annual Carillon Cup tournament is back on the ice at all seasons. Neuqua Valley hockey faces off against last year's champions, the Naperville Hockey Club.
In the first round of the Carillon Cup, Neuqua Valley Hockey takes on the Naperville Hockey Club. The Naperville Hockey Club took home the Carillon Cup championship for the first time a season ago. Neuqua Valley looks to bounce back after a loss to the Warriors Hockey Club last week. In the opening period, Wildcat Ryan Gears goes on the attack as his shot sneaks past the Naperville goalie for the score. Neuqua leads 1-0 with 9 minutes remaining in the first period. Neuqua Valley has the chance to extend its lead early. Neuqua goalkeeper Sam Carlton makes the save. Going into the second period, Neuqua leads 1-0. Early in the second, Wildcat Jack Malone has a scoring chance. Malone avoids the defender as his shot finds the back of the net to extend the Neuqua lead 2-0. Into the final period, Naperville is on the attack. NHC's Landon Connolly passes to Aiden Chin. However, Eli Jacknick keeps Naperville off the scoreboard. Naperville is looking for a spark on defense. Neuqua's Jack Malone passes to Chaz Kralovic, but goaltender Sam Carlton gets the save. A few minutes later, Wildcat Chaz Kralovic outmaneuvers the Naperville defense as his shot just sneaks past the goalie for the score. The Wildcats' lead extends to 3-0 with just under 8 minutes left. Naperville with a scoring opportunity as Connor Eilers gets Naperville on the board with this nice shot past the Wildcat goalie. Naperville has life, trailing 3-1 with 7 minutes 37 seconds remaining. The Wildcats continue to apply the pressure. Carlton denies the first shot. Wildcat Riley Sulkin corrals the puck off the rebound and taps it in for the goal. Later on, Ryan Gears passes to Jack Malone, who breaks out the fancy moves and gets his second goal of the night. Neuqua leads 5-1 and skates on to victory from there. The Wildcats are moving on to the Carillon Cup Finals to take on the Warriors Hockey Club on Tuesday night.
It's time to clear the ice because the Carillon Cup semifinals are underway. Defending state champion Warriors Hockey Club is looking to return to the championship for an 8th straight year, but first need to take care of Oswego. It's the Warriors on the attack with some great passing, but Oswego disrupts the plan, and goalie Vinny Drain leaps into action for the save. Warriors with the face-off win, and Jacob Morgan caps it off with a long shot and scores the opening goal. They get another face-off win, and one more on the long shot as Evan Sproul lasers it home. After a scoreless period for almost 14 minutes, it's 2-0 Warriors. Oswego starts the second period with a 2-on-1 until Tyler Bellett for the Warriors holds his ground and makes the save. From there, the Warriors keep their good juju as Joe Pijanowski finds Ethan Newberg, who connects on the one-timer. Everything is working for the Warriors because Brian Harding slides in and scores. Here's one more just for fun. Morgan passes across to Max Allman, who shoots it in. The Warriors Hockey Club is moving on to the Carolina Cup Finals, where they'll face Neuqua.
Boys hockey is back in action at Seven Bridges Ice Arena in Woodridge with the Red Wings of Bennett Academy and the Mustangs of St. Rita. The Mustangs are coming off a loss against Providence the previous night, and after finishing as the Blackhawk Cup State Tournament runner-up, the Red Wings hope for another strong season in the Chicago Catholic Hockey League. The first period is underway. Aiden Sharp of Bennett gets the Red Wings on the board early by sending the puck towards the net and in for the goal. About 4 minutes into the first, Joseph Eide sprints his way out towards the goal. Max Supanavongs of St. Rita attempts to stop the Red Wing, but Eide keeps the puck in place and sends it inside to extend the lead for the Red Wings. The Red Wings continue to dominate with Owen Ryle skating from the corner and towards the net. He shoots past the defender for a 3-0 lead. Red Wing Damian Chelios comes from behind the net and scrambles with the puck. He's able to find the goal as Bennett continues to pour it on. About 10 minutes remaining in the first, Owen Ryle is in action once more. He skates towards the goal and hits the puck over Brendan Morgan's shoulder and into the net for a 5-0 lead. Joseph Eide is behind the goal as he takes the puck. He heads to the corner and rifles one in for another goal, his second of the first period. With seconds remaining in the first, Martinus Kurta shoots towards the net from the wall. He gets blocked by Dominic Caducci of St. Rita. However, Aiden Sharp sneaks it past the goalie to enter the first intermission with a 7-0 advantage. The second period is underway with Bennett's Alexander Dentis making a quick shot towards the net, and he finds a goal as well. That continues the rout with an 8-0 Bennett lead. With about 7 minutes to go in the third period, St. Rita is looking to get on the board. Gavin Jetlicka helps the Mustangs get on the board for the first tally of the night. Later on, Ethan Zerth has the hockey puck to himself. Zerth skates his way past the St. Rita defense and towards the net and adds another goal. That brings the score to 9-1. St. Rita goes on to add another tally late in the game, but in the end it's Bennett Academy taking home the comfortable win by the score of 9-2 over the Mustangs.
As a parent and community member, I see firsthand how important it is for our kids to feel connected to their schools, their classmates, and their future. NCTV 17 brings those connections to life by sharing stories of student achievements, local sports, and educational opportunities that inspire. With trusted local coverage, we help young people feel seen and supported in our community. Whether it's $5 or $50 a month, your support
Stay in the game with the high school sports coverage you need, delivered how and where you want it. From standout performances to in-depth features and coverage, the Daily Herald delivers the local sports stories that keep you connected to your community. Whether it's Friday night football or standout athletes, if it's happening in your community, we've got it covered. Never miss a game or highlight. Subscribe to the Daily Herald today.
The Crosstown Classic edition of Boys Bowling always brings out the best of the Redhawks and Huskies. Let's head to Lyle Lanes for the latest DVC showdown.
The Naperville Central boys bowling team is off to a hot 3-0 start this season and ends the week with a match at Plainfield North. Last year's matchup saw the Redhawks take down the Tigers as they look to make it 4-for-4 in match play this week. Blake Antman gets things going for the Redhawks as he throws it perfectly on point and blows up the pins for the strike. It's part of a 185 to start his evening. North responds with Mike Winnard, who matches Antman with a strike of his own. This shot by him has no trouble hitting the pocket as he gets rolling with a 174 early on. Ian Roddersman of the Redhawks has a tricky 2-7 split spare shot. The lefty two-hander drills the 2-pin, which bounces back and kicks down the 7 for the spare. Joining him on spares is Sean Mulvey, as the fellow Redhawk makes quick work of the 10-pin for a spare of his own, and Central continues to keep pace. The Tigers pounce back to claim a spare for their scorecard. This shot from Reese Blackburn at the 6 and 10 pins is on point for the pickup. On the same pair is Redhawk Brandon Blytek, who gets Central back on strike mode with this shot, blowing up the pins like dynamite for another mark. Central trails North after Game 1. In Game 2, Roddersman also gets the X's flying as his fastball does just enough to knock down the 4-pin as Central rallies back. But North keeps the pedal to the metal, first with Winnard throwing another strike down as part of a strong 245 in Game 2. He is joined by Blackburn, who has just enough to carry the ball right on target for a strike of his own. He ends that game with a 172. But bringing the most firepower for North is Gatlin Deem. This shot by Deem is on the nose but has just enough force to secure the strike, and he rolls a 258 in Game 2. Grayson File puts the strikes back on Central's side and takes a trip way down Brooklyn, but punches down all 10. His best on the day is a 205 as North continues to lead Central. The Tigers' lead grows in Game 3 with Ian Datweiler. This fastball from him takes care of all 10 for a strike as he ends with a 587 series. The Redhawks turn to their depth to help shorten the gap. Off the bench is Gavin Springer, who throws it straight at pocket for the strike, and Central keeps the battle going. Also following him off the bench is Andrew Naffel. The senior goes across the lanes to pick up the 6-10 for a great addition to the scoreboard. Blake Antman also goes spare hunting, and it's a shot from one side to the next to take down the 10-pin. He ends his day with a 190 in Game 3. But the Tigers respond with strikes as Ben Hamilton has plenty of corner pin swag. His shot is high in pocket, but with a lot of pin action, he slides down the 10-pin for the strike. Leading all bowlers on the day is senior Josh Newcomb. This shot by him has no trouble demolishing the pins as he ends with a 686 series. But the Tigers put an exclamation mark on the day as Andrew Winter trips down the 4 and 7 pins on this strike shot to claim a 563 series. It's all a part of Plainfield North's 29-18 to 26-16 win over Naperville Central as the Redhawks suffered their first loss of the year. Both teams will travel to the Lake Park Lancer Invite this Saturday before returning to head-to-head match play next week.
Neuqua Valley Hockey is the underdog as they come off of a loss going into a showdown with the Carillon Cup defending champions, Naperville Hockey Club. But Wildcat Jack Malone is ready to perform. Scoring a goal early in the game, here's his second goal of the night off of a pass from Ryan Gears. Let's see that again. Not only is this the second goal for Malone, but the teamwork with Gears sets up an opportunity for some fancy stick handling, leading to the shot for a fantastic play. This helped carry Neuqua Valley to a 5-1 victory in a great showing.
Coming up next, Bennett Academy football is ready to enter a new era.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
When it comes to buying a car, you want a deal that's fair, and that's exactly what you'll get at Fair Oaks Ford. It's why J.D. Power has named us the best customer experience in the business 4 years in a row. You know you'll experience fairness every step of the way. Right now, it's all about the zeros. Get 0% APR, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on our most popular models. Fair pricing, fair deals. Fair Oaks Ford. It's right there in our name. Visit us on Ogden Avenue in Naperville or at fairoaksford.com.
The high school football season is about to say farewell with the arrival of state championship week. Meanwhile, Bennett Academy football will enter a new chapter after the retirement of longtime head coach Pat New. Patrick Cotto has more on the lasting gridiron legacy of the Red Wing alum in our latest feature story presented by Fair Oaks Lincoln.
My dream was to be a high school head football coach.
After 16 years on the sidelines, Bennett Academy head football coach Pat New announced he would be stepping down as the leader of the Red Wing program.
I felt like I just started yesterday and I'm already done. But on the other hand, when I look back to 2010, that does seem like a long time ago. And when I look at those players, a lot of them are in their mid-30s now, and I kind of see it both ways.
New is no stranger to Bennett, as he is a 1987 graduate. He played football for the Wings before attending and playing collegiately at Northwestern. He served as an assistant coach for 2 seasons before taking the head coaching reins from Gary Goforth.
I always wanted to see what it was like just to coach high school football. And so when I was given the opportunity at Bennett, what a great opportunity to work at my alma mater and fulfill my dream of being a coach.
Coach New and his teams experienced significant success at Bennett. IHSA playoff appearances in 10 seasons and 3 trips to the semifinals in 2012, 2016, and 2017. His players always looked up to their leader as a role model and credited his coaching philosophy while creating a winning culture.
He was just a leader for me, not even, of course in the football aspect, but just outside of that, seeing him around Bennett during the days, just catching up with him. He was really more than a coach to me.
He always had that competitive fire, and he would be enforcing it in us that this is something that we're looking for, the competition. And it's more than just skill and having the talent for football, but having that heart and competition is what Coach New really instilled in us.
The Red Wings have already announced a new head football coach. Former NFL running back and 3-time Super Bowl champion James White will take over the program next fall. While New will be away from the field, he will still be around the Bennett hallways as he will continue teaching history and helping out in the athletic department. While he'll miss coaching on the sidelines every Friday night, he's ready to keep the Bennett student athletes moving in the right direction.
It's a wonderful school to teach at. We have great students, and that's first and foremost. But then the relationship with the players, the excitement of preparing your team for Friday Night Lights, and the success that we have had over the past, all those components were really great. And even just planning practices or getting out there on the grass on a hot Saturday afternoon, little things like that I'll miss.
For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Patrick Cotto.
And as noted in that story, Bennett Academy recently announced that 3-time Super Bowl champion James White will be taking the reins of the program. The former New England Patriot joins the Red Wings after working as an assistant coach with NIU and the University of Illinois for the past 2 seasons. Turning now to our Girls Play of the Week, we revisit that historic performance by Trinity Jones.
Naperville Central girls basketball is at their home opener, facing off against last season's state champion, Kenwood Academy. Senior star Trinity Jones is returning to the court after a season away due to injury. The Clemson recruit and all-state forward puts up bucket after bucket in her return to the Redhawks home court. And in the final 8 seconds of the game, Naperville Central is down by 1 point. Jones sinks 2 free throws to secure the victory for Naperville. And not only that, but the second free throw broke Central's single-game scoring record. Jones put up 43 points in 1 game, breaking the record that was held by fellow NCHS alum and recently retired WNBA star Candace Parker. It was a stellar showing all game for Jones, which led to 1 free throw that marked a triumphant return, took down the state champion team, and set a new record for Naperville basketball.
And that closes out another edition of Naperville Sports Weekly. Quick programming note, we will not have another new episode until December 8th due to the Thanksgiving break. In the meantime, you can find all of our playoff highlights, feature stories, and community sports on nctv17.org. You can also find us across all social media platforms at NCTV17. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Kim Pierce. We'll see you in 2 weeks.